Hi, I'm Jamie Williams. We're here today with another episode of Auto News, and it's a show that talks about the automotive industry and things that are happening in the market right now. Today we have Tom Casto from Premier Pontiac GMC with us, and we're going to talk about another new topic that has recently come up, and it's a new program that is going to put some money back in the pockets of the consumers. It's something that the House and the Senate recently passed. It's a customer assistance to recycle and save program, also known as CARS, or it's also been referred to as Cash for Clunkers. What can you tell us about that program, Tom?
Well, this is a program that was done out in, I think, Germany and well received, and it's really a program to get old cars that get poor fuel economy off the road, and those people into more fuel efficient cars. The car allowance rebate system is going to be more commonly referred to in the news lines, the newspapers, and what have you, as Cash for Clunkers.
Okay.
That's what everybody's going
to
be seeing.
All right.
And that's basically what it is to get those cars off the road and get more fuel efficient cars on the road, and to help with the current automotive industry situation, to get cars sold, get the cars, plants going back to work, getting cars built again, and getting things going in the right direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should kind of start from the beginning. As a customer, does a customer need a voucher to be able to benefit from this program?
Well, there are going to be vouchers, but that's from the dealership's point of view.
Okay.
The only thing a consumer has to do is go to their dealership with their vehicle.
Okay.
The dealership there's a list of criteria that need to be met, and mileage per gallon comparisons and things like that the dealer will go through with the consumer and determine exactly which way they need to go, but they do not need to sign up for it. There already are websites out there and businesses out there that are saying you need to sign up to get this voucher.
Okay, and I know we have some of those web addresses that we can put up periodically throughout the show that people can make notes to. Go ahead and take a look at those sites and
but as
get some
far
information.
as to sign up and someone emailing you or direct mailing you or saying it's just a way of gathering information and trying to direct you to them. But they do not need to do that, and some of that stuff is already started.
Now, is every dealership involved?
It's up to the dealer.
Okay.
Not necessarily every dealer is involved. A dealer will have to register to be participating in this program. The dealers will do that online, and then the dealers will also be posted online who's participating as far as that's concerned, and the government will keep that updated. All this right now is really in its infancy. This program will not go into effect until the end of July.
Okay, and that's what I thought. I'd read about 30 days.
30 days, so it's going to be end of July, 1st of August. Right now they're trying to put together exactly how everything is going to work.
Okay.
And as we speak. So we're kind of, we got some preliminary ideas, but as we go further down, we'll have a better idea.
Okay. So would you recommend that then in about 30 days that a customer check on the website or call their dealership, or they could do either to find out if they are involved in this program?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, they could go now and see how their situation stacks up.
Okay, so dealerships may even at this point know whether or not they're going to be participating in the program.
Yes. And I would
hope so.
I would think that everybody's going to participate.
Okay.
I don't know why anybody would not.
Okay.
But I would think everybody would participate.
How would a customer know whether or not their vehicle would be eligible for this program?
Well, there are a lot of there's a lot of criteria that's involved. Generally speaking, at this moment, the trade-in has got to be 25 years or older.
Okay.
Or you know, you can't be older than 24 or 25 years of age, okay? The new vehicle they're purchasing has got to get a combined miles per gallon of at least 18 miles per gallon,
Okay.
is my understanding at this moment. The other thing is that the vehicle that's being traded in, the clunker that's being traded in, it has to be drivable.
Okay.
The individual must have owned that vehicle for at least a year
Okay.
prior to them trading that vehicle in, and it must have been insured for that year
Okay.
as far as before it's being traded in. So that's some of the criteria at this moment. For someone to go out and buy a $200 or $300 car right now and then trade it in as a clunker, it won't work.
Now, we didn't talk about exactly what is the cash allowance? What is the amount that this program will give back to the consumer?
Well, there's a couple different ways, and if they could put up we have a chart maybe we can look at, and this chart will also be available on our website at
Okay.
www.premierpontiacgmc.com. We'll have some
Okay.
information on it.
Okay.
I don't know if viewers can see it, but we've talked about some of the eligibility and ownership requirements. But one, there's you either can get a $3,500 voucher or a $4,500 voucher.
Okay.
And on a new passenger car, in order to get a $3,500 voucher, your fuel economy improvement over your clunker must be at least 4 miles per gallon, and the vehicle you're purchasing must be getting a minimum of 22 miles per gallon.
Okay.
And then there's some, in a light duty truck, your fuel economy improvement must be 2 miles per gallon and get at least a minimum of 18 miles per gallon.
Okay.
And then there's large trucks and Category 3 work trucks.
Okay.
In a $4,500 voucher, your fuel economy improvement, if it's 10 miles per gallon or more, and you're purchasing a car getting 22 miles per gallon or more, then you'd be qualifying for the $4,500
Okay.
voucher. So $3,500 is 4 miles per gallon better in a car, and 10 miles per gallon better for the $4,500.
Okay.
And then on a light duty truck, if you get 5 miles per gallon better with an 18 mile per gallon minimum, then you get $4,500. And this whole thing, like we said, is not going to start until the end of July, 1st of August. And it's going to go, my understanding at this moment, probably till November 1st.
Okay.
They're going to do it for about a 90-day window.
Okay.
And the maximum, and then they do put a maximum on the amount of vehicle is $45,000 vehicle.
Okay.
As far as buying a new vehicle, it can't. The retail MSRP cannot be more than $45,000. And then another piece of the criteria is you can only do one voucher
Okay.
per vehicle.
Per vehicle.
If you've got a couple clunkers that qualify, and you're not going to be able to, you can trade them both in,
Right.
but you're
You
not
have to
going
get-
to, but you're not going to get,
That-
35 twice or 45
Right, on
twice or
one
whatever
vehicle.
on one vehicle. You get
Right.
one voucher
Per new vehicle.
per new vehicle.
And is that that is applied to the purchase of the car, or is that cash back to the customer?
No, it goes against the vehicle.
Okay.
It goes against the vehicle, and then from the dealer's point of view, that vehicle then needs to be scrapped.
Okay.
It has to be either compacted
Okay.
or shredded.
Okay.
The idea was to take these cars
Off the
road and increase the fuel economy, and I'm sure EPA is probably involved too, to the point where you're going to get, you
Right.
don't have the pollutants and things like that.